boldness and confidence that you can make it.
Yes, I will make it. Yes, I will do it.
Good job. Clap for yourself.
Every child deserves a champion and adult who will never give up on them, who understand the power of connection and stay, that they become the best that they can possibly be. Thank you, AUN. Thank you, Fitari. Thank you for believing in us that we can be the best that you can possibly be.
I am here to challenge you, girl child. Oh, ye girl child, arise, arise, arise. Say no to street sale. Say no to early child marriage. Say no to prostitution. Arise, arise, arise. Say no to girl child trafficking. Say no to girl child abuse.
Teachers open the door, but you can enter by yourself. I am in the process of learning to enter by myself. Thank you.
I throw this challenge to you this day, my fellow girl. Education will be your will. Don't look back and run to your father. Don't give in to pressure of early marriage. With education, you can be whatever you want.
Tell me, and I may forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. Thank you.
He who opens a school door, closes a prison. These are the words of Victor Hugo. To discuss, I want to say a very big thank you to AUN community for closing the door of street hawking in my life, for closing the door of early child marriage in my life.
My life has greatly improved and changed through a series of books I have come in contact with via my Fit Are School. Little wonder, Malcolm X's people don't realize how a man's whole life can be changed by one book. Indeed, my life has changed.
Mark Twain says, the man who does not read has no advantage over the man who cannot read, and Frederick Douglass. Also, once you learn to read, you will be forever free. And I strongly agree with this, so thank you.
Literacy opens the door to knowledge and place. Literacy follow us every day, unconsciously, at home, on TV, in shop, work, business streets. Literacy is very rare. There are more. The more I place, please, I will go. Thank you.
Literacy is an essential skill that will allow students to perform their jobs, run their household, act as citizens, and more. Thank you.
I am not a mistake. Yes, I am not a mistake. I cannot be a mistake. I am born to shine. I am born to fulfill destiny in grand style. Yes, I am not a mistake. Thank you.
I'm visiting the American University of Nigeria with my colleague, Professor Carl Levan, who's here from the American University in Washington. And this afternoon, we've been going around to see the Read and Feeds program that American University and their volunteers are doing. And it's a very inspiring, very uplifting activity that's doing a very important service in the community, taking Al-Majri boys and girls who are street traders, hawkers, informal workers, girls and boys as young as 4 or 5 years old, all the way up to teenagers. And this involves teaching them, basic skills, hygiene, literacy, numeracy, and then also, of course, filling their bellies and giving them 1 square meal a day, which is just as important. It's really inspiring to see, and it's brought about by the generosity of many people in the community, but also the hard work of the volunteers, and most importantly, the hard work of the boys themselves. They're the ones that have to come back day after day, week after week, month after month, and change their lives from within. And although we're looking at the boys now, the girls are just as inspiring, and I think have in many ways a much more difficult time with the lives that they're leading. And seeing those girls and the poise and the confidence that they have makes you realize that they'll be running Nigeria someday, and us boys will just be taking second seat. So thanks again to AUN for having us out here. It was a wonderful surprise to see this in person, and And if you could only smell that food, it would make you hungry.
Read and Feed, from what I have seen so far, seems to be a great success, and it plays a very important role in the community. It speaks to the spirit and the mission of American University of Nigeria. I think the next step is to consider scale, which is how to reach a greater number of people, and then the step after that is greater integration with the other needs of the children involved and with the formal education system that can provide these students a more permanent path to success. So this means that development needs to not simply be about charity, but it also needs to be about putting in place policies and pushing the government to do its obligations for educating these children, and that will be the core for peace and development and a lasting economic growth for Nigeria.